Hi, I'm Terri Conrad with Bloom True, and this is Mindful Mondays. Welcome back to our channel, and if this is your first time visiting us, we're so glad you're here. Welcome to you as well. Now, what we do here each week is enter into a mindful art practice, and really it's very simple in concept. It is about inviting ourselves to be present and using or implementing art making as a tool, as a process to help us be present. And today, I think what I want to do is work in a grid format, and I will show you as we go over our supplies, what we'll be using today, what that looks like, and how to accomplish that. I'll guide you through step by step, so no worries whatsoever. All right. Before we begin, I want to start today with a little bit of a check-in, and it's something that I call a pause and notice, and it simply is breathing in through your nose, into your diaphragm, down into your diaphragm, exhaling through your mouth. You can do that again. Hold, exhale, and as you breathe in, notice what's going on inside your body. Are you holding tension? Is your body holding tension or anxiety or excitement at this opportunity to create and paint and take care of yourself for a bit? It's just pausing, breathing, and noticing. And we can identify what it is, like, I feel some tension in my shoulders. Maybe roll your shoulders, or you might be feeling something in your belly. Whatever it might be, it's neither good nor bad. It simply is. And so we simply notice it and be present with it and breathe and exhale as we release. All of this helps us to be grounded and to be present with ourselves, with me as your guide, and with this experience, this process. And that's what this is all about. Having an experience, a self-care experience that is going to nurture you and really recharge and refresh your nervous system and help you regulate that. So again, thank you for being here. I am going to switch the camera. We'll go over our supplies. I will show you my inspiration piece and how I taped that off in a grid format, and I'll guide you through taping off your own 9x12 sheet of watercolor paper, and then we'll begin. And I'm probably today, there will be less talking. Last week there was quite a bit of talking as I guided you through the painting process. Today I'm going to reserve my voice, play some soft meditative music, and really give you that opportunity to be present with your experience. So let's take a look at what we're going to be working with today. All right, let's go over our supplies. I have our pigment, watercolor paint. These are Daniel Smith. You, as I always say, can approximate, use whatever paints you have. You can use the color story that I've chosen, or be inspired to follow your own intuition and create your own color story. So we have some burnt sienna light, Bordeaux. They're somewhat close. One's a little bit more of a berry color, a little bit more rust. We have buff titanium. We have natural sienna. And this is Winsor Newton. It's a neutral tint. That's this right here. And what this is good for is you add just the smallest bit of it to whatever pigment you choose, and it will mute the actual color. And I'll show you how to do that too. We have our artist tape for taping off our grid, a mechanical pencil. I have a paint palette because we may apply some paint directly to the palette and work around the grid. And then I have some brushes, and I want to go with a larger, looser brush today. And so here are some options that I may be using. I bought a collection of grabby brushes that are just really full, and I love these. The collection that I bought comes in a variety of sizes, and they sent the whole tube, which was fantastic. I have a size 12 round Princeton Heritage, and I have a size 10 round Princeton Neptune. And this is also going to provide some very loose lines. Might use a flat brush. And what do I have here? This number 8 Princeton Neptune offers a really pointed tip when it's wet. Let's see, let me show you that. You can see how pointed that becomes. So we might use that as well. And then this is artist tape. All of this is available on Amazon or Blick Art Supplies. If you have a local art supply store, you're welcome to check that out. The first thing that we want to do, and I'm going to tighten the frame here a little bit. Now I'm going to back up a step. This is an 11 by 15 sheet, so it's pretty large. And when you tape off your sheet of paper, whatever size you use, just divide it into equal parts. I began with my center points right here and right here. And then I taped off the edges with maybe about a 2/8 inch border of paper under the tape. And then I took the section here and put a piece of tape right in the middle of it. And then the same thing here, this section, put a piece of tape here. So center point, edges, and then tape off this section in the middle, tape off this section in the middle, and then you can begin. So again, take a deep breath. Just be present with your experience. We're not making something perfect. We're not making something to sell or hang in a gallery. This is all about experience and process and being present with the process. So begin with your mechanical pencil. And we're just going to loosely, very loosely, make some marks. Kind of activate our canvas. And then think what I want to do, if you haven't already, go ahead and activate your paints by spraying them with some water. This is called a continuous spray bottle, which is really nice because you pump it once and the water comes out. Okay, I'll put some water in the empty vessels so I can mix if I want to. All right. I'm going to come in with this gravy number 5, and you can see it's got a very full brush on it. I'm going to get that wet. I'm adding water to my buff titanium and laying that down in the center here. And this is all an intuitive process. Just lay your color down wherever you feel inspired to lay it down. You can come in with some more saturated strokes if you want. This is the natural sienna with a flat brush. And again, I dipped into my pigment, added water, and I'm loading up my brush. right, what I opted for is transparent raw umber acrylic ink. And I'm taking the dropper. We've done this before. If you've seen my other videos, there's virtually no ink in the dropper. And I'm just going to randomly place some dots. Let's let this completely dry and come back, and we'll peel off the tape and view our beautiful paintings, and then I'll show you what you can do with them. All right, I'm looking at my piece. It's mostly dry. The burnt sienna, or whatever the color was of the acrylic ink that we used, that's still wet. So I want to be mindful of that when I do this next step. I'm going to take some buff titanium. We've got the buff titanium, that was our very first layer, if you recall. So I'm going to lay some, just a little bit, on the back side of my palette knife. And this is going to be a top layer. And it's not watered down at all. So it's going to add texture as well as soften up the overall painting. This is not a necessary step. These are really quite lovely just as they are, but it's just something that I want to do. next step is going to be to remove our tape. Let's see here. If I remember, I generally try to remove the last piece of tape that I applied. And I love that sound. We're going to come and remove this side. That's not supposed to happen, but sometimes it does. Different paintings on this sheet of watercolor paper. And you can see, remember we started with the mechanical pencil, and there's just these very subtle marks in the background. All right, now I told you that I would share with you something fun to do. I want to make sure we're in camera here. Okay, you can buy a mat and you can look at these and see if you want to mat and frame any of them. I really like that one. That might not work in a mat though. A frame. Let's see here. Okay, so as a final step that I'm gonna take, and you can choose whether to do this or not, and that is to cut these into individual paintings. And you can keep them as is, you can frame them, you can create cards from them, give them as gifts. That's it. I hope you enjoyed our Paint With Me session for Mindful Mondays today. Again, I'm Terri Conrad. This is Bloom True and Mindful Mondays. I would love for you to give a little toggle to that thumbs up here on YouTube and subscribe to our channel. That helps the algorithm and allows me to keep creating this for you, these opportunities for you. And do follow us on Instagram. If you have an account on Instagram, tag us at bloom_true and with your painting, and we'll share it in our stories with your handle. And you can visit our website at bloom-true.com, and you can visit my sister's site terriconraddesigns.com and at Terri Conrad Designs on Instagram. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful time till we meet again. Be well.